friends, welcome back to the Subbu-Gikku Show, where we are discussing the teams ahead of the IPL 2025. In our first part, we saw Mumbai Indians and Punjab Kings. Today, in the second part of five-part series, we will discuss 8th placed team of 2024 IPL and the 7th placed, which is respectively Gujarat Titans and Lucknow Super Giants. And of course, as usual, we have our good friend from Chennai, L. Subramani. Subbu to everyone. Morning, Subbu. How are you? How is
Hey,
everything?
Kiku. Morning. Everything is fine. Thank you very much. And yeah, let's get on. I'm very eager to get to the teams today. Yeah.
Subbu is one who doesn't want to waste a single minute of this free Zoom meeting, 40 minutes of recording. So
Yes. I don't want anything interesting we say kind of cut off at the last minute.
no,
So
that I will manage. Don't worry. It will prompt
yes.
me
Okay.
5, 10 minutes to go. That whole was. Anyway, so Subbu,
Yeah.
8th place team was Gujarat Titans in IPL 2024. They began with a
Yes.
bang, winning in their IPL debut in 2022 and
Okay.
entering the playoffs in the second season 2023. But then
Yeah.
2024, they were in the second half finishing at 8. How do you look at Gujarat Titans going into the 18th edition, which is starting this week, in the coming weekend?
I think you know what. Last year itself, we could feel the absence of Hardik Pandya. See, Hardik Pandya is not just an all-rounder. He was. I think he was a very good captain in Gujarat Titans. First year they ended up as champions, and second year they ended up as runner-ups to Chennai Super Kings. So in both these editions, you see that Gujarat Titans performing much better thanks to Hardik Pandya. Because Hardik Pandya, if you remember, he was using even players like Mohit Sharma and all in a way in which it was very effective to say the least. They were a very good performing team because they use their resources very well. But after that, I think Shubman Gill is still learning the ropes. I don't think he is still matured as a captain. I mean, I don't know. I have not seen any evidence to the contrary. I don't know about you. Okay, so I have a problem with this team because it lacks leadership, and also I think if you look at the team, whatever that I could see, they don't have explosive batsmen on top. Okay, I tell you, Riddiman Saha was explosive when you open for them, you know. And I don't know what's going to happen now. Okay, Subman Gill is opening, and probably Sai Sudarshan will be opening with him. But you kind of don't see the kind of players that will kind of explode and take the innings to a big score. That is my concern. Their batting is a concern. Their bowling also could be a concern. Yesterday, I mistakenly told Jarat Kohli as a part of Mumbai Indians, but I think he's part of the Gujarat Titans. I don't know whether he's fit or not. Maybe if he's fit, they have a good bowling option. See, they don't have Mohammad Shami, by the way. So there is going to be a lot of issues with this team. What do you say?
No, I still feel they have, uh, Gujarat Titans, they retained 5 players, 4 of them Indian players, and of course, Rashid Khan. No team would like to do away with Rashid
Yeah.
Khan for the kind of match winning performances that he brings with his leg spin, and also in the end that he can finish off matches. And I have seen him along with David Miller and Rahul Tewatia in the first and second seasons. From nowhere,
Yes.
Rashid Khan comes and turns the match around, that from a losing position, Titans have gone on to win. And I can remember clearly how they have been doing it consistently, especially in the first season. But then they have retained 4 players. But the players that they have brought, they are equally individual match winners on their own. You look at, you mentioned
Yes.
about opening problems or Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan being the opener. But see, they have got Josh Butler. And Josh Butler,
Yes.
it was a painful decision for Rajasthan Royals to leave Josh Butler. And like they say, one man's loss is the other man's gain. So
Other
here,
man's
Gujarat
game.
Titans
Yes.
gain. Then they also have
Yes.
uh, that explosive West Indian batsman, Sherfin Rutherford.
Sheffield
Not many,
Rutherford. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
not many would know him, but then the way he changes things around, he can be a devastating batsman at the top. And of course,
Yeah.
you cannot see. You can. They say like Jonty Rhodes of South Africa. He was not that effective. Not no, you cannot count him to win you matches with the bat, but he makes up with his saves on the field. Something similar is the current Jonty Rhodes of modern cricket, Glenn Phillips, and we saw him dive like
Oh yeah.
yeah. So
Yes.
Glenn Phillips is one other additional uh, valuable player for Titans that they bought in the auction last December.
Yes.
So it need not be runs scored, but then runs saved is as good as runs scored. And Glenn Phillips, with the kind of what amazing catches. They say kiwis don't fly, but this kiwi flies. So that is what Glenn Phillips
Yes.
has brought to the to the
He's a Superman, who can
and
fly
outstanding.
and
Yeah, and they have
yeah.
quite a few all rounders, and of course Shah Rukh Khan on his day, he can score a quick score at the rate of say 200 or even 250, and that is what Shah Rukh Khan and the bowlers.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bowlers, yeah, I'm look at that. Okay. See, look at the bowlers. I don't know. I don't really see who are they going to open with, for example. I don't know whether you have that many choices among bowlers. And they have, I don't know, they've taken players like Ishant Sharma, who's past his prime. Most of the players are past their prime. You say Rashid Khan. Rashid Khan, I don't know whether he's the same after his injury. Last year he wasn't the best. And we need to see now how is going to be this year.
he is someone who can be expensive, but also give you wickets, maybe especially in the death overs, and usually in the death overs, people go for big hits and try to go for sixes and end up giving catches in the boundary. But then Gerald Coetzee can also be useful up front. But don't forget, they
Yes.
have that top bowler in Kahisor Abada, and they also have
Kaisar
brought
Rawada, Mohammad Siraj,
Mohammad Siraj.
and
They also have this
yeah,
Prasiddha Krishna, and Prasiddha Krishna was,
Prasidh
as we
Krishna.
saw in
Yes, yes,
Australia, we were speaking
yes.
about him. He should have been played earlier in the Test series, but they brought him the back end,
Yes.
and he proved himself
Yes.
with his height and the bounce. But then in India,
Bounce.
you cannot
Yes.
rely on bounce. But then he is effectively equally an
No,
effective bowler.
tell me how much of a home advantage he's going to have because see, they have a lot of fast bowlers. Rashid Khan, after Rashid Khan, I don't know who is the other spinner they have. Uh, I think they have. I don't know.
Robert
Do they have Shah? Huh?
Tevatia can bowl leg spin, and
Yes.
you have among the you have among all rounders Jayant Yadav who can bowl off spin.
Jayant Yadav is a good pick. I think he's a good pick. I agree with you. I agree with you.
And Subbu, you cannot forget Washington Sundar.
Of course, yeah, yeah. I see. The thing is, like, see, their playing 11. I don't know. Again, you only have four. You can have only four foreigners, and so if they're opening with Josh Butler, for example, and the Sai Sudarshan comes at number three, so you need to look at the team combination also. Um, But yeah, I see. I only feel that if Shubman Gill can make use of these resources well, like Hardik Pandya did, I think Gujarat Titans stand a chance. But I'm not sure whether they're up to that. Shubman Gill is up to that kind of a challenge. It's going to be a very interesting season to watch this team, particularly because I will be watching out for Shubman Gill's leadership skills, captaincy
Exactly.
skills.
Yeah, exactly. You're spot on when you mentioned about him learning the ropes of the leadership skills. If you look at you go back to say for 6 years or 7 years when India under 19 won the World Cup in New Zealand. Prithvi Shaw was the captain of that winning team. Shubman Gill was part of that team, but he was not. He was
He
not the
was
captain.
he was not the
Later
captain.
on,
Yes.
later on, we thought that Prithvi Shaw may go on to do what he was expected to, but then he lost somewhere along the way.
He lost his
After
way.
getting a wonderful start, scoring a century on Test debut against the West Indies in Rajkot, but then that's a different story. But what I'm saying is, Shubman Gill was
Yes.
looked at as he was even then looked at as one for the future. But about leadership skills, probably he is learning by observing, being with the Indian team, playing under Virat Kohli, playing under Rohit Sharma, also playing under different captains in different teams. He is
Yes.
now the designated one-day vice captain. So they are looking at him as a future captain for India, maybe in one-day team and gradually in different formats also. But then I'm sure you see people, they say some leaders are born, leaders are made, whatever it is. But then people can also become good captains by observing and picking up the
No,
good
that needs to
things,
be
learning
demonstrated.
on the
So
job.
yes, I'm looking at. That's why I'm saying. See, Shubman Gill is a fast learner. I agree with you. I think he's one of the best cricketing minds available now because he's able to understand. For example, the way the innings is that he played in one-day matches. I think phenomenal. Even Test also he played well. But the problem is, I think he has this tendency to sort of get distracted or lose concentration or try to be a little more erratic. If he adjusts that, probably he'll be a very good test player also. So I don't question his place or his value as a player. But yeah, captaincy we need to observe. I'm not even saying that it's going to be bad or good. I'm going to say that we need to. It'll be an interesting thing to observe how we will pit against say Hardik Pandya or Mahendra Singh Dhoni or Rishabh Pant. We need to see how it's going to be. It's going to be an interesting thing to see.
Or against Shreyas Iyer or Sanju Samson, you name it.
Yes. Sanju Samson. Yeah, Sanju Samson, for example. I think we never saw him as a leader, but I think he's proving to be a wonderful captain for RR. So
Yeah,
yeah, so that needs to be seen.
we'll reserve more for of Sanju Samson when we come to RR in the later episodes.
Oh yeah, definitely,
Yeah. So
definitely.
so what I thought of Shubman Gill in the first season as captain for GT, which was last year, he was
Yeah.
found wanting, and we could see that he was still not ready for captaincy. But
Yes,
as we
I
go
had the
on,
same feeling.
as we went on, he was probably picking up the skills, learning from, or discussing with. Of course, you have Ashish Nehra as their coach, and you have other
Their
support staff to
coach.
help you with. And when he was the vice captain of the Indian team, even if he was fielding in the boundary line, you could see that he wanted to be involved in the decision making and be involved, be consulted, or give his opinion or give his thoughts to the captain Rohit
Yes.
Sharma and the
Yes.
other and the senior members. So he was
My other concern, I'll tell you. My concern is there are some players. We have seen Sachin Tendulkar, the great, himself. Captaincy has kind of was a heavier burden on their shoulders. Sometimes they lose their way as batters. His place as a batter is kind of becomes a little shaky when captaincy is imposed on them. I don't know. I don't want Shubman Gill to become like that.
no. I don't think he will go that way. He is definitely picking it up. He will be a good captain, and this season perhaps will let us know or will show us whether he is really one
Yes.
for the future to lead India. But then I'm sure
Jikku,
he
I'll
will
tell
be
you, I'll be observing Shubman Gill one side. I know how he performs as a captain. On the other side, I'll be observing Ajinkya Rahane, how he's going to perform as a player because we all know that he's a fantastic captain. I admire his captaincy. So we need to find out how he's going to perform as a player. So I think that we
right.
have two battles here.
And I'm going to observe you how you are going to observe these two as captains.
We'll have that. We'll have that
So
discussion after the
One
IPL.
thing, Subbu, which Hardik Pandya had the luxury of having this player called David Miller, and he got the nickname
Absolutely.
Miller the Killer or Killer Miller for his finishing touches and
Yes.
often in the match-winning innings. And I was see with whatever I go and cover matches and with whatever preparations I make, I was seeing how many times he was not out in the previous seasons and how many
Yes.
times he has stayed till the end and seen Gujarat Titans win, and it was all coming in chases. It has been
Absolutely.
remarkable.
Absolutely.
And we also
Yes.
saw David Miller, the recent example of him scoring that unbeaten 100 against
100.
in
Yeah.
the
Won't forget it. And
semi-final.
he would have killed India's chances of the T20 title if not for that fantastic catch by
Yeah,
Sky.
that's right. So, but then these things happen. But then Hardik Pandya had him. Shubman Gill also had him, but then last year it was not the same as it was previously. And now that Miller is released and he has joined Lucknow Super Giants, I'm sure Gill will be looking at somebody else to do the role of the killer Miller.
Yes. Maybe Sherman
Maybe, maybe,
Rutherford
maybe,
could be his go-to man.
maybe Glenn Phillips could do that role.
Glenn
That
Phillips could also do that. Yes.
so, so that is Gujarat Titans.
Yes.
We see Ashish Nehra, the coach who is always by the boundary line, and though he doesn't look tensed, we all feel that he looks tensed until the result is achieved or the match is over. But that is constantly giving his inputs, sending messages to the team, especially when
Yes.
they are chasing. So that's
Now, I
probably
want to say a few words about players that probably may not find a place, like Kumar Kushagra,
yes.
you know, and Anuj Rawat, you
Mm.
know. So all these players, I have a, I have a kind of a eye for them because I'm going to find out if they get a chance, how they're going to perform. It's
Yeah, but
another.
then there could also be some surprise packages, like you never know who could be doing it, like we have seen in the past so many times.
Some people burst into the scene, Najiko, like
Yes.
Ayush Badoni, for example. He just burst
Oh,
into the
yes.
scene.
Yes.
Likewise, I'm saying there are you never know. I mean, among these, who is a hidden gem? We don't know. We're going to see how it's going to pan out this season.
So that is Gujarat Titans, champions in
Yeah.
their first entry in IPL 2022, runners up in 2023, and eighth in 2024. It has been coming down from the first year to the third year. I hope they are not going to slid further down, but try and go up in this coming season. What do you say, Subbu?
I really hope that they break. Okay, but they have a lot of competition, and they need to pick up the pieces of what happened last season. And I really hope that they come with a very positive and an aggressive mindset to this season. Yeah, let's
And,
hope that they do better.
and among the competition, like you mentioned, they are going to face will come from our next team that we are going to look at, the Lucknow Super Giants, which finished
Yes.
seventh in the 2024 edition of IPL. Go ahead, Subbu. Lucknow Super Giants.
Yes. I think this is another very interesting team that there are a lot of people who are writing them off even now. Even I'm talking about even the top analysts are just writing them off. I don't want to do that precisely because you have Rishabh Pant, you have Abdul Samad, you have even David Miller among the ranks, and you have Aiden Markram. You have some Nicholas Puran. We have some terrific players in this squad, and even their bowling attack is not that bad. You have Avesh Khan. They're talking about Mayank Yadav, but there are a lot of players who can replace Mayank Yadav. Mayank Yadav is ruled out of the I think the first part of the IPL, but there are other fantastic options. You have Shamar Joseph. You have lot of bowlers among the mix. Prince Yadav. There's a guy called Prince Yadav. I want to look at this guy. How he's going to perform. And then there are other players also in the mix that can make this team wonderful. And more than anything else, I believe in a guy like Rishabh Pant. Rishabh Pant has in him the hunger to win. I think that is going to count a lot for this team. So yeah, that's what I feel.
If only the price that Lucknow Super Giants paid to get in Rishabh Pant, rupees 27 crore,
Yes.
uh, unmatched in IPL auction history. If only that translates into IPL success, then what can I say? But then it's not going to be that easy, Subbu. See, my abiding memory of Lucknow Super Giants will always be the owner publicly admonishing their captain KL Rahul after a match
That
last.
was bad. That was
Yeah,
bad
but then see,
optics. Very bad
so
optics.
it was clear signs that they probably did not have faith in KL Rahul, and maybe that also made it easier for him to ease his way out of LSG and go to probably a better team that he thought would
Yes.
treat him well. But then
Yes.
you cannot see. First thing is you cannot publicly do like a schoolmaster or a principal doing to a student. And KL
Yes.
Rahul is not any small name in forget Indian cricket, even in world cricket.
Yeah. Yes.
The
Yes.
whole
Yes.
world was seeing how it was. So it's not. I don't think LSG will again do that. And if God
No,
forbid,
no, no. See,
if
if he
God
does
forbid, let me
that, I
finish.
think they're going to lose Rishabh Pant also. I mean, who's going
Exactly.
to
Yeah,
play with them? You know?
that is right. So probably yeah. So it's something, but I don't know. Lucknow Super Giants finished in the playoffs, played eliminated in the eliminator in the first two seasons and seventh in 2024. It's only that they
Yes.
can only look up from now on unless
See, they are the goods. They are the players. See, Ayush Badoni is a good, again, very underrated. I mean, people say that he's not explosive and all that. You don't have to be always explosive, but you have to be effective as a player. I think Badoni has really shown that he's effective. And of course, you have players like Miller, you have players like Aiden Markram. Lot of those players who are adding depth to that batting unit. That's a fantastic batting unit, I would say. If Rishabh Pant is going to come number 3 or number 4, you have a lot going for this team. Okay, that is my opinion. And also, if Motion Khan is fit, uh, I think that will be another. Their bowling will be looking very different. I think if you have Motion Khan, Avesh Khan, and then some. I think they have a couple of other. See, even Ravi Bishnoi. So all of these guys are going, with great guns for them. You're going to see a very very different team.
yes, Subbu, you're right. But then in all these names, you missed out one key player who
Who's that?
Akashdeep.
Yes, yes,
And
yes. I think he's the
Akashdeep,
key player.
Akashdeep has been very effective. He played tests in India. He was effective. We all thought he should have been the first choice in the Border Gavaskar Trophy test in Australia, but then
Yes, yes.
they went ahead with
They played him in the wrong test, actually. They should have
probably
been
yeah.
playing
But
him in
then
the day-nighter.
yeah, that's
But yeah.
so. But then Akashdeep could be one because see, I have always had what should I say doubt or I have not had the confidence with Avesh Khan. He's somebody, yes, he takes a
Mhm.
wicket up front, but then he is one who can go for runs aplenty. And if he doesn't get his length right, he just
Yes.
he just goes haywire. He just is picked for. He can cost you a lot of runs. So I have not had that confidence in Avesh Khan. Then I
Mhm.
would like to see Mayank Yadav. Do not know how fit he is, when he will play. But
No,
then
he's just Jiku. I'm really concerned for a player like him, Jiku. He's just 22 years of age.
yes,
And he is kind of getting so much injury. He's just bowling, for 4 overs or and then 2 matches, and then he's injured again.
yes.
I don't know. Some people say that his bowling action needs to change, but I don't know. I mean, how do you correct a player like that? Have you seen anything like this in your experience?
No, Subbu, it's happening so very frequently that yesterday or day before yesterday, yeah, I posted my interview with John Bloster in this YouTube
Yeah.
channel, Jiku Diaries, and asked him about among the questions. One question was about the fast bowlers breaking down so often and whether it is got to do with more of gym related work than actually
Mhm.
having to bowl. Like my question to him was about in the earlier days, you had, say, for example, Kapil Dev. He never missed a test match out of his 131 tests with because of
Yes.
injury, and the only test he missed was because of for irresponsible
Yeah,
batting
he
that they
removed.
say
Yeah. Correct. Correct.
before
Yeah.
England series against David Gover's match. But Kapil Dev, he did his exercises, kept fit, and bowled and bowled and bowled in the nets. That is what you are required to do in the match. So my question to John Gloucester was along similar lines, and he said it is, which people can see, go to the previous 2 days and get to the John Gloucester interview, and he said it's about being specific with one individual players, not that one. And he said he didn't want to see if somebody was not. good for gym. He didn't want to see him in the gym at all. So it's a mix of it's how you get the balance right. And I don't know with Mayank Yadav not having seen him bowl enough, and whatever little we have or he has shown us what he is capable of. He was quick, man. That
Yeah,
match, that 151 plus, still you cannot forget that. And that is the kind of
yeah,
talent we should be preserving, then only people are talking about him
yeah,
and praying that he doesn't break down. But then that is not the case. Hopefully, Mike Yadav is something which Indian cricket really needs those kind of pace.
yes,
And
yeah,
see, you mentioned about bowlers and Mayank Yadav, but when it comes to batting, don't forget you said Rishabh Pant batting at number 4, 5, whatever it is. There is also this guy called Nicholas Puran. Once he
Nicholas
gets
Puran, yeah,
once he
yes,
gets
yes,
going, and he has shown it. At the same time, he has thrown away his wicket also. I keep joking. It was a match in Pune where he went for a six straight away. He was looking at hitting each and every ball out of the ground as if he was going to hit six at the Pune ground and send the ball into Mumbai. That was how he was looking at striking the ball. So, but Nicholas Puran can
yes.
just imagine Nicholas Puran and Rishabh Pant being in the middle. The bowlers will have nowhere to hide.
Definitely. Definitely. I think he needs to, get going. Maybe, I think some caution needs to be
But I'm,
exercised as far as his batting is concerned. I don't think he can just go and try to hit every ball out of the park. I don't think that's going to happen.
but then I'm sure with the experience he learns and he really is a
No, he's in a good touch now. That's what I feel. He's in a I think even last season I think he was not bad. His record, I don't know, whatever his record, whatever I've seen him bat well. I think he scored a, I don't know, 30s and 40s
yeah, he scores that
regularly.
crisply, yes, and in quick time. And also the news is
Yes.
that Mitchell Marsh will be available only as a batsman. He has been cleared to play for LSG only as a batsman.
Okay.
So you will not see Mitchell Marsh bowl in
Bowling at all.
IPL
Ah.
2025, and that is the condition that Cricket Australia.
But you know what? I think even as a batsman he can be devastating. He can
Of course,
also
he
be
can.
very devastating.
And his bat swing is like the golf swing, and he targets the onside between long on and mid wicket. And
Mid
once
wicket.
he
Ah.
hits them, it is somewhere in the stands, not in the front rows, mind you. It's all in the back rows.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
how.
3 or 4, 5, 10 rows back, at
Yeah,
least.
yeah.
Yes.
So they call him
No,
the
we have
beast.
seen him. We have seen him how bad. I mean, how really he can hit. But yeah, he's coming back on a very poor test season. But yeah, we can't judge anything by the test
And more, more,
records.
more than that, he is also coming from a back injury. So something which is
Yes.
which allowed did not allow him to take part in the Champions Trophy. So probably that is the reason
Yes.
why he will not be bowling and only be playing for LSG in the
Yeah, and I
IPL
think
as a batsman.
Australia will also be planning things, keeping in mind the World Test Championship is not very far away. WTC final is not very far away.
And the year-end Ashes. That is what they prepare for.
Yes, I think that will be another. See, there are a lot of important Test series happening for Australia, so I think they require Marsh as a bowler also.
Yes.
Of course, they have Bo Webster, who is kind of proved himself to be a very handy
Oh yes.
all-rounder. So yeah, that needs to be seen. Interesting, but yeah, I'll also be looking eagerly at how they're going to play Manimar and Siddharth, and Shabas Ahmed. And among the mix, I don't know. We already spoke about Ravi Bishnoi. Ravi Bishnoi can be very very effective as a bowler. So I think they have very good fast bowling and spin options. Don't you think so?
Very good fast bowling. Yes, if only Avesh Khan can be
Yes.
much better and
Uh,
be more disciplined and not
no,
be
don't forget Mohsin Khan. See, Mohsin Khan can kind of pair with Avesh Khan, and I think there are other fast bowling options also here,
both
which are
Akashdeep and Shamar Joseph.
yeah, Samar Joseph. So if you Akashdeep and Mohsin Khan, if they can bowl the opening overs, there won't be much runs in the power play section. So we're not going to get that many runs. So
Yeah.
anyway, so it depends on how they're going to see again resources. Using the resources is very very important. And I think captain has to apply his mind as well as who's going to get him what kind of result. I think if that is done, I think this team can also be very effective.
But look at the team composition, Subbu. LSG has it in it to win the title right from the start.
Yes,
You have your captain. You have all explosive batsmen, somebody who can stay there like Aidan Markram, a reliable batsman
absolutely.
who can stay there, play the waiting game if things don't go their way, if they lose wickets in a hurry, or he can also go after the bowling and score quickly. So he is somebody who
Absolutely.
can hold the innings together and allow the others to bat freely. Like you have
Yes.
Nicholas Puran, you have Rishabh Pant, you
See,
have
Ayush Vadoni is that way a better. I would definitely keep him in the mix because he can also play a safer game, and also he can be explosive if he wants. He can explode. Like he can sort of hit the ball around the park. He's
yes,
capable of both.
and I was saying about Aidan Markram at the top. If wickets fall in a hurry, you need somebody at the top or two, some top order batsman to stay there for long. And Ayush Badoni coming at the middle order, he's somebody who can bat, who is that connecting link between the top order and the lower order.
And for example,
Something like DKS
yes,
Lakshman did it for India with great results, mostly
absolutely.
batting with the tail.
And
So
I think
this,
he'll be a good pair with David Miller. David Miller
oh,
can
yes,
really explode at one end, and
yes.
and he can hold the innings together at the other end.
So I definitely think LSG will enter the playoffs this season, but then it all depends on Pant's captaincy and his how he, like you said, manages his resources and how the management handles the team and
Handles the team, yes.
gives the players the freedom to go on, like they say, express themselves on the field.
See, Jiku, see when you talk about the playoffs, see you have some teams who intuitively that they're going to go to the playoffs. Probably we'll talk about SRH in that tone of in that aspect. Where they have in them the playing options that can take them to the playoffs, no matter how good or bad the captain is. Okay, it doesn't see captaincy is more sort of a fulcrum. It's not the key here. So I would say that a team like KKR or a team like SRH will have in them to qualify straight away, whereas Gujarat Titans and LSG both have to really get the best out of what they have. What they have is probably not going to inspire much of a confidence, but they have to very, very skillfully manage the resources in order to get to the playoffs. And I would say that I would agree with you on the management side. I think they shouldn't be chastising the captain or behaving badly with the team in public. I think that should go. That should stop. I hopefully Sanjay learned the lesson out of what happened there.
I think it's just a one-off, and probably they wanted for all the investments that they make, they wanted results like you expect them to
This
deliver in
is not
corporate
corporate. This is
world.
not your stock market. This is cricket. This is things are going to be one way and the other way. At T20, it changes every minute. So we never know. I mean, you'll have to give players the credit. They are giving their best.
But the stakes are high, Subbu, mind you. That is something which cricket lover they will understand, but not the owners of especially the IPL
No, but
franchise.
they should temper their behavior. They should really
It's
temper
okay.
their behavior. They shouldn't
That's
be doing that.
But anyway,
They should.
I think it's just going to be a one-off. And on that note, we will conclude this part two of our five-part series. What do you say?
I think we'll conclude with the hope and with a little bit of curiosity on how these two teams are going to fare in the coming IPL season.
You observe closely Shubman Gill's leadership. and I will observe you
Yes.
closely, observing Shubman
And I'm also going to observe Rajvardhan Hunger Gaker.
oh yes, yeah. So he is somebody who began well with or who promised to do well with Chennai Super Kings, but didn't get enough chances, didn't he?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Lots to observe. Yeah, let's see.
Okay, so thanks, Subbu. Thanks for this and wonderful insights and wonderful discussing IPL teams with you. Let's
Yeah. Thanks for the opportunity. This is
not
wonderful.
at
I'm
all
really
anytime.
enjoying this.
Let's do it again. And we have promised we are going to bring a 5-part series. This is part two. We will bring 3 more parts with the sixth and fifth place teams in the next episode. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.